Hello everyone, welcome back to Nandu's Equity. We already reviewed about 15 different funds that topped about 30% returns consistently for last 3 years. In that, we already noticed that Bandhan Small Cap Fund, which has given more than 75% in the last 1 year. In this video, we are going to see a detailed analysis of Bandhan Small Cap Fund, its portfolio, and how it is able to achieve more than 75% return in 1 year. Bandhan Small Cap Fund is part of the Bandhan Mutual Fund House, which has more than 1,37,000 crores of AUM. And this fund is small in terms of fund size, close to 5,000 crores, and its expense ratio is quite cheap, 0.43 only. And recently, CRISIL upgraded its rank to 5-star, and because of its consistent performance. So this fund has given more than 75% but dipped a little due to this lending regulations for all the lending companies, because this fund has both REC and PFC as a major stake. And of course, this also went through all the stress tests like any other small cap fund. That's why it is now showing about 69.11%. Still, it has beaten the benchmark for small caps. This is not a long-term fund. It is only about 3 years from inception. However, if you see, it has given lucrative SIP returns, 28 in 1 year, 52 in about 2 years time period. And of course, if you look at one-time investment returns, it has given more than 46 per year and about 30% consistently for the last 3 years. This is an interesting portfolio. Mostly it has invested in financial service companies, lending companies, REC, PFC, if you see, having 8 and 6% respectively, and other companies that have grown multifold in the recent time. Arvind, Upper Industries, Cholamandalam Financial Holdings, and TVS Holdings, Manappuram, Motilal Oswal, Kirloskar, CAMS, Zomato, Oil India. Like this, it has a very interesting portfolio. I think the portfolio construction of this particular fund gave that edge and achieved that 75% return in last 1 year. If you clearly look at the portfolio and go deep into the list of companies, first thing that catches my eye is REC. Until last year beginning, or even early second quarter of 2023, this was still available less than 100 rupees. So in the last 1 year plus time, it has gone multifold, like from 100 plus to 500 plus. It has crossed 550 also in the recent time. That is one of the reason, because this is the major portion held by the mutual fund, like 8%. REC and PFC are in the similar lines, so of course PFC is another major holding. But apart from that, other PSUs, if you look at Oil India, it was again available quite cheap until the time of 2020, and but after the COVID recovery, if you see, it has gone multifold from 100 plus or 200 range. It has gone to 600 plus. Particularly, it has grown very huge in the last 1 year. So this is another contributing factor. Of course, if you look at other companies like Zomato, it had gone too deep in terms of crashing until last year. Then it has recovered and became a multi-bagger recently. And similarly, if you look at Birlasoft, it was available about 80 to 100 rupees during the COVID period, like 2020, 2021 period. After its 21 time, it has grown multifold. Same thing applies to many of the stocks in this particular portfolio that are major holdings. So I believe these are the companies that are selected by this mutual fund, made a huge difference and helped this particular mutual fund to achieve about 75 to 79 or even 80% returns in 1 year time frame. This fund has risks similar to any other small cap funds, and we should always consider diversifying across multiple funds, not just small cap funds. And of course, I'm not touching the fund manager details because there has been multiple changes, and we expect any of these fund managers to go through, even the funds to go through both bear and bull market cycles, and which has not gone through like that because last 3 years the markets have been going up quite well. And of course, please consider fund these kind of funds only as part of your portfolio based on your risk profile. And of course, do not forget to diversify. Do not put all your money into one or two mutual funds, particularly small cap funds, because when there is a downturn, of course these kind of funds will go very bad. Like it'll lose about 10-20% easily, because of these small cap funds generally have that tendency. It has to go through that cycle of bearish mode. Overall, an interesting small cap fund. That's why I reviewed. Hope this is useful to you. If so, please click the like button. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And of course, I am not a SEBI registered financial advisor, and this is not a buy or sell recommendation. Thank you for watching.